The following program is brought to you by Cloudcast Media, a podcast leader in developing shows to elevate local brands, local stories, and local storytellers. Cloudcast, bringing ears and minds home.
Welcome to Bravo Zulu, the show where you will hear the inside stories and journeys from courageous leaders of the world's finest military. This show is brought to you by First Fold, an organization which celebrates service, patriotism, and first responders. Learn more by visiting firstfold.org.
Welcome to this episode of Bravo Zulu. In studio with us today, we have CEO of Cloudcast, Charles Parisi, and codename Johnny Walker, the U.S. Navy SEAL interpreter with over 1,000 missions. Yes, folks, 1,000 missions. Welcome, Johnny.
Thank you for having me, both of you. And it's weird feeling like I'm going to have an interview with someone who's very close to me. Maybe he knows some stuff more than my fucking self. So
yeah.
I wish I can succeed in this fucking interview.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here, David. Thank you for inviting me to come in here today because it's, Johnny, honestly, it's a pleasure to share this next half hour or so together and to meet you and get to know more about your journey because it's amazing.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not going to make a joke about my name, right, Johnny Walker? We cool?
Oh, no, yeah. I'm a Scotch drinker, okay. So Johnny Walker is okay. I started off in life drinking the Black Label, so I think it's great.
Cool. Thanks God, I'm Muslim.
Yeah, so we're okay with the code name Johnny Walker.
Cool.
Johnny, take us back to your Iraqi younger days when you wanted to be American, how you learned the language.
I love that. How
you learned the language. I'm moving my hands because I'm
awesome.
Italian.
I like it.
But,
I got it.
Let the audience know a little bit about the history of Johnny and how you evolved.
So, without option, born and raised in Mosul, tall motherfucker, and slingshot bring a lot of trouble to me. Not me, the slingshot. And I end up have a problem with my family, serious problem. So one of the solution, they want to send me to play basketball. Maybe it's going to release my anger and, settle my life. So anyway, they sent me with my cousin. First day I went there, people, they make fun of me. I start shoot them with my slingshot, beat the shit out of them. Next day, they bring me back because they make fun of me.
You're tall.
I'm tall and kind of idiot. Have no idea about that game. So they give me a hard time. So my only answer is shoot them, beat the shit out of them, run away. My cousin bring me back next day and started playing with a few guys. And I fell in love with that game. From that time, it's kind of chain. Like from basketball, you have to watch Harlem Team, you have to watch cowboy movie, listen to country music, all this kind of things build small things in my brain, the American dream.
What's interesting because we talk a lot about in this country, Johnny, about our sports and our entertainment and how we export them to the world. So here's an example where an American sport, our culture coming overseas touched you.
It's not only the game. The main part is the game, the basketball in my life. But also if you look at it, John Wayne, he put positive effect in my life to do what I believe is right. Kenny Roger, he shaped my feeling to make it in better a human level, how to love my old lady. Lady, there's so many ways I want to say I love you. It's a crazy mechanism behind it. Build it in my mind. One day, if I have one day in my life, I will live in the United States. And here we go.
So, yeah, by the way, it's interesting, David, because, again, we don't often, it's the culture of America and what we represent that becomes so appealing to folks in other countries. And here it touched you. How old were you, Johnny?
Present to the freedom
Yeah.
freedom of the game you like to play, the dream you want to take it, the kind of life you want it. So honestly, United States present the freedom, not to me, 1,000 million and million people in all different countries.
How old were you when that started? When you started playing basketball and really started to watch the movies and get
15-ish?
15?
Yeah.
Get that?
15, not 50.
15, right. Yeah, 1-5, John. 1-5. Yeah. So you start playing basketball, you start watching John Wayne movies to learn English. And then,
Correct. Not to learn English, but it's part of American dream chain. You have to, it's small pieces. You have to collect it, like country music, cowboy movies, Harlem Team, all this kind of things. It's going to bring those small pieces in your mind to build your own dream.
Okay.
Make sense?
So little by little, did you find yourself becoming American?
I cannot have that, Anna.
In your mind?
I cannot have that, Anna, but I feel it.
You started that. You felt a transformation.
Interesting.
With all of the influences that you were watching and learning and stuff.
And one important point in that time, 1980-ish, we are about to have war with Iran. But before the war, most of the people in my city, Mosul, they are westernized. They have jeans, they have long hair, they have all this kind of things. They listen to Dems Roses, they go weekend and Friday. We don't have that extreme wave of religions came to our daily life basis in Iraq, in Mosul especially.
And the upcoming war with Iran would have changed Iraq tremendously.
So one of the things change in my mind, which is, I don't know, I believe about the red flag. When show up in your life, you have to understand what does that mean, where is that going to take you. So one of the day, I'm sitting in my house and we hear like big voice, big noise, people screaming, women, this and that. And this is kind of strange. This has happened only when someone lost someone. We went outside and we saw the Iraqi military police. They bring dead body, Iraqi army dead body to his family. And they want to give the dead body to the family, but they want to charge him money for the round. They shoot that son.
Charge him for the bullet.
Because he tried to run away from the front barrel because he lost his ammunition and no one left. And there is assassination group. They catch him, kill him, send him his family. And the military police, Iraq military police, they tried to charge his family the price of the round. Killed his son.
Wow.
Mm.
So this is kind of we are not going anywhere.
Wow.
Yeah, this is one of the big red flag in my life. It's not going to be fucking any future life.
So you go through this stuff. You obviously are married now, and you have 4 children, which are my nieces and nephews, for those that are listening. Tell us how you met your wife, Beta.
Oh, so Beta, she lived next to my cousin's house. She's so beautiful, adorable, amazing. I'm so lucky to have her in my life. You know the deal.
Yeah.
So anyway, going to my cousin's house, and I saw her by an accident, and this looked like, oh, that's my lady. That's it, done. And we fell in love. And we have almost like 40 years. Love story, me and her, until we get married. And this is not normal things.
But your family and her family were very tight, and you guys didn't know it in the beginning, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Because you came to live with your relatives, right? Where the basketball was, right?
Yeah. Not to live, but I visit them
Yeah.
from time to time because we have our own house next to them.
Okay.
But I visit my uncles and cousin from time to time. But when I saw Beda, my wife's name,
Yeah.
I feel in love, and I start live in that
Yeah.
place.
That's great. So you guys eventually get married.
Correct.
Well,
1991.
hold on, before you, I don't want to fast track that fast. But I have a question. How did she feel about basketball, Kenny Rogers, and John Wayne movies?
What do you mean? How I feel?
Did she like them?
Oh no. She's not. She didn't like them, but she didn't dislike them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? She let me with my dream, and don't forget, I'm getting like 18, 19, 20, this and that, and life is going fast, and we are struggling with the sanction, with everything, and my dream is goes away. Right now, I'm just thinking, okay, how I can support this woman. I have to find decent job. I have to work hard to have a stable life. So we end up with nothing, and especially when Noura, she came, my daughter, kind of embarrassing to me because I have all the energy, skills, all this kind of, but I cannot find decent job. And I remember one of the days, it's like, fuck, I'm going to start killing people if I'm not going to support my family with food. So fucked up situation from 1980 until 2003. We live in dark tunnel.
Well, we're moving into, a core part of the code name, Johnny Walker's story. And if you don't mind, because a lot of folks here in America know the name of the individual I'm about to mention, because he's also an American hero, as you are. And this was his exact quote. Johnny is responsible for saving many American lives, especially SEALs. I cannot express how many lives have been touched by Johnny and how many of us owe him our lives. And that's a quote from Chris Kyle. May he rest in peace, from American Sniper.
Yeah.
So we go from learning about American culture through basketball and Kenny Rogers and John Wayne movies to having Chris Kyle say how many lives you've changed. We got to get it. Tell us about this transformation. When did it happen? How did this come together and you became such an unbelievable hero to so many folks?
So I am just lucky find myself work with SEALs and do whatever I did. 1,000 people, they can do that more than me, better than me. And still there is 1,000 and 1,000 heroes. They don't have the tools I have it. So anyway, all what I have when I work with Americans at the beginning is finance and follow my dream. There is no Qaeda, there is no insurgent, there is nothing. But day after day, when we hit the targets and capture bad people and have the info from them and what the goal, all these kind of things, build in my mind challenge. If I want to be the best, I have to do my best to learn and do everything I can do so I can make the mission succeed. Mm-hmm. So from the money, move to believe about I'm doing the right things to my own people. Mm-hmm. Because from the second mission, we capture warehouse, a lot of C4, RPG, all this kind of things, and again, red flag.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, hold on. If those people care about Iraq, which is Iraqis, but they're Qaeda, why they want to bring demolition, destroy tools? Why they don't go to the schools, hospital, and help our own people? Because instead of he bought those explosives, he can spend it in education. So from that time, I have that red flag. Those people, they will never build countries. They want to destroy a human underneath religious agenda.
Mm. Johnny, for our audience, let me take one step back. For our audience, because what we're talking about here is your role as an interpreter for the Navy SEALs embedded in the platoons, going out on some of the most